All right, here's the other big question. Why is Ricky Pearsall still not ready to play? He
Dude,
didn't even practice today. Like they're not. He doesn't seem like he's making any progress. He might have to be limited for a few days before he can get back on the field. They didn't put him on IR. They seem to think that this was a minor injury. They called it a minor injury. It doesn't seem so minor. What do you think?
I'm back on my Ricky Pearsall. I'm done with him train. I'm done. Jalen Hurd 2.0. The dude can't stay healthy. He was amazing for 3 games and then he got hurt. Albeit again, it was another Brock Purdy hospital ball. But I think that he's just dude. I don't know. He's made of glass. It was a non-contact injury. He's tried toe tapping, stepped weird, and he's been out for 5 weeks. Like him and Purdy should have been on IR, so they could have just focused on recovery.
But I think the fact that the team didn't put either one on IR indicates that they're surprised that the recovery has lasted this long. And I think that's why I want to talk about like what's going on. So with Brock, I feel like he's maybe looking at the situation and saying there's really no incentive for me to play at 85% when I know I'm going to struggle. I could lose and I could re-injure it again. From Ricky's perspective, he could come back and play at 80%, but he doesn't really offer you anything if he's not explosive. He's not physical. He's not going to break tackles. He's not a good blocker. He needs to be faster than other people so he can average 17 yards a catch. And if he doesn't do that, then all he's going to do is put out, bad film, bad numbers. His stock's going to go down. And I think one thing in his favor is that his stock is super high right now because the first 4 games of the season, he was good. Like he was the number one weapon on the offense. And I mean, if he's hurt for the next couple of years, his stock will go down, obviously, but he can pick his spots and feel like I have good film. I have good numbers. I'm a fantasy football darling. If I come back and play like that, people won't care that I missed 2 months. But if I come back and look like freaking Demarcus Robinson, I got a problem.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't understand it. I really don't. I just maybe he wants to come back with BA and Purdy. I don't know. Maybe Purdy's his boy, and he's like, I'm waiting for Brock. I'm not going to shine for Mac. I don't know, man. Like, I just don't understand why he's still hurt. Purdy's I can kind of get. Turf toe seems a little bit tricky. PCL sprain also tricky, but it's like I feel like you'd know if he either needed to be on IR or not. I don't understand why they're not on IR. I don't know why we're not moving for a receiver, like even someone decent, like a free agent or.
Is that another reason why Kyle Shanahan said he'd be very surprised if the Niners trade?
That might be. They don't have
Ricky?
any.
Where's Ricky? Where's Brandon? Are you really sure they're coming back in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Joe No says, are you going to New York? If so, will you try New York tacos? Probably should. I am going to New York, so I'll see if I can find some good New York tacos. Yusuf says, Niners front office low-key wish they were 3-5 and not 5-3 because now they're forced to entertain trades to keep the fans and people interested.
I don't agree. I don't think this ownership likes not winning. I think they would be way more pissed if they paid Brock Purdy and they
Doesn't Kyle seem like the kind of guy who, if he doesn't think he can win the Super Bowl, he'd be into tanking?
I think so. I think that's a smart way to think. Honestly, I mean, I know that's not popular with like fans, but I totally would. Like, if you're not going to win the Super Bowl, what's the point? But do I want to get first rounded?
You have to have job security to tank.
He does. He does. They're going to somehow let Robert Saleh.
They just missed the playoffs last year and fired all their coordinators, and now you're going to tank for the second year in a row, and someone's not getting fired. It might not be you.
Yeah, you know what Kyle's going to say? Kyle's going to be like, dude, we didn't have Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Brock Purdy, Brandon Ayuk. What do you want me to do?
You never have your players, man. You're always hurt, dude. Like, I don't want to hear that excuse every single year.
It's going to happen.
How come the Chiefs don't have a myriad of injuries every year? Like, they play more football than you.
Okay, so here's my thing. I was actually talking with my brother about this on our show, and I was saying that I was wondering why, because like even the Steelers are relatively healthy and they're pretty physical. The Chiefs are pretty physical. It's all these teams I've noticed that are very physical in training camp. The teams that like are really preparing their bodies to get hit, are the ones that are staying healthy in the season. And the teams that are like protecting their bodies from getting hit are the ones that are not healthy during the season.
Yeah, the Niners want to be physical, but they don't have physical off seasons. Eric
Yeah.
Mock says not all sick days are from sickness. Sometimes it's the culture. That's why the Niners miss so much time. Mental health days is what I used to call them. Joseph Ernberg says trade first pick. They won't use it on O-line anyways.
No, they're probably going to use it on a
defensive
receiver.
lineman in the first round next year for sure.
Either that or a receiver. I literally, dude, you know who the Niners need to get? And they need to trade 3 firsts for him. They need to go get Caleb Downs. That's who I want the Niners to get. I want them to move heaven and earth to go get Caleb Downs. I am sick of all the safeties. We even put Mustafa with them. They suck.